Hi, welcome back to the channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, I managed to clear Manchester United. It's really a tough one. I'm also sharing with you my full Chelsea team with an OVR of 114 with prizes as well. Alright, now let's enter into the gameplay. I'll show you the first player. Alright, 730,000 for this 88 CB, followed by $1.3 million for 89 CDM, 961k for another CM. We have a 466 for this 86 CM, and then we have a $1.55 million for the 88 striker, and 1.23 million for the 86 goalkeeper. Alright, with this player, actually you can go ahead and play that Manchester United with 108 OVR, but I'm going to show you more. I bought a 1.06 million RB as well as a 952k RW. Alright, that forms all the players need to buy because I got a 92 striker from the event itself. I got a 91 LB icons player, and we also have another player when you complete the after the first 3 matches. And I got a 86 CB. Alright, so you have this 114 OVR team which I built painstakingly with a lot of funds. I've drained all my money. You can see here now I still have about $12 million, but after all the training and rank transfers and upgrade all the way to the 114 OVR, I left with $1 million. Can you believe it? Building a team up is really very painful, and of course it's a lot of money involved to do the rank transfer one way. There'll be another cost incurred to transfer back to my main core team, but this need to be done, otherwise not managed to able to clear those very difficult matches in this event itself. So I have no choice but to do it. But if you are a skilled player, maybe you do not need to, but I find with a 108 OVR player it's almost impossible to beat the full requirement of 11 Chelsea team. So I decided just to go ahead and do all the rank transfers, which cost me quite a fair bit of money. Especially I think later on you will see one with rank 7 which is Messi transfers, which cost quite a lot of money. I think $1 million. All this transfer rank of 3 is only $80,000, but it's still quite a lot if you compile it by all the players that we need to do the transfers. With setting aside the 2 that we do not need to do, we need to do a total of 9 transfers. So that's really a lot of money. And this goalkeeper is the cheapest with a good OVR of above 85 you can find. And you know what, it is not fantastic, so you got to count yourself lucky if he managed to block any of the goals. This striker not too bad, I must say, surprisingly quite good in terms of speed and whatnot, so I'm quite happy with him indeed. But later on you see me upgrading him, I think all the way to a 90 OVR. So at the start, while fighting even for the Manchester, I still have Ronaldo and Messi to help me, so that it isn't much of an issue. It was so much better. But after this, I think when we need a full Chelsea team, I think it'll be horrendous without Ronaldo and Messi, and it's all the low OVR players that we get from the market for Chelsea. So now back to this match itself against Manchester United. Is along this start that you have only half of the match to try to get 3 goals. So it's not easy, but after you give it a few tries, actually not a few, there's definitely more than a few tries, you should be able to succeed. Given my very poor skill, I managed to do it. I believe you'll do it. But definitely you need one team that is of high OVR, otherwise it's really tough. The AI for this match, I'll still say that it's manageable. Of course, after fulfilling the full OVR team, I'll go ahead to play that next match against Spurs. that I think is too smart for me. I think I played a few hundred times. I've yet been able to complete. Henceforth, I can't show you. I think I'll take a while. I may even give it up, not trying it until probably later on when we have more money. I'm going to upgrade the team beyond 114, and then we can fight it out with Spurs. But this current juncture is really a bit tough. So this may be the last video for this event itself, unless I manage to be in luck and then manage to clear that match itself, which is really tough. I tried at least I think a full day. At least I played almost like 300 matches, but it's still no goal. So for this one, I think it's still manageable. With Ronaldo and Messi, no issue at all. You gotta put Ronaldo in because it's really easy with him around with the header. But once you require to swap to a full Chelsea team, I think Thiago will be one of the best header, which is a CB. But for your strikers, I would say that Zula is not fantastic at heading, and if you have chance, you play against Spurs, you'll get what I mean in terms of the AI is almost not humankind. It's too difficult for me, even with a 114 OVR. We should definitely, I'm going to show you later on after this match, which is going to end soon, how I managed to build my OVR for the Chelsea team, the full 11 Chelsea players, all the way to 114. So for this, we just going to maintain with a 3-3 at this juncture, and then we can go for a further extra time. So no big issue here. There's not like you must definitely no tiebreaker. I think that would be breaking our neck. So after 3 goals, you can see just now so far we managed to get it, and then with that we can then proceed on to get more goals within this extra time. If it's not possible, there's still a penalty, so that's not too bad. So let's quickly take a look at this match itself. So far you can see I'm trying my best, and the players, also called the opponents for Manchester United, are still more human-like. They are still acceptable speed. Really unlike Spurs, it's almost crazy, I must say. I don't know, is it on purpose? Alright, so this unfortunately happens, and this really gives me a big scare, because you've been trying so hard so many times, and eventually you got 3-3, and this happens at the first half of the extra time, which is going to end anytime now. That means I'm left with 50 minutes to quickly get an equalizer. That's what I'm trying my best right now to do. So this really gives me a bad scare. But of course, if you notice, I'm really concluding in the early part of this video, which I've already completed it. Definitely this equalizer, I'll be able to secure it, but it takes me quite a bit of effort as well. Long passing around, I think that's one way. Of course, I've always been focusing on Messi and Ronaldo, so this makes it so much easier with them around. You can see there a perfect header by Ronaldo nonetheless, and the equalizer is secure. It isn't that tough with the 2 superstars in your team, so I will urge you to retain the 2 superstars with current requirement of against Manchester United of just 9 Chelsea players. If you could, you may want to not ranked transfers for the rest of the players if you're really skillful. Otherwise, if you really need to increase the OVR, then one quick way is really not through training, but rather through a transfers of the OVR from your current core team to this newly built Chelsea team. Alright, we managed to secure that, and I'm going to fast forward this part, which is on the penalty right now. Alright, so a very quick one. Let's quickly finish this part of the match itself. It's just a penalty between Manchester United and us. As usual, when you take the penalties, you try to strike to the top right corner. But for me, as a goalkeeper, I always try my best to stand in the center. I thought that would be the easiest. Of course, we can sway right and left, but definitely you will not have a pattern. But center, most of the matches within the first five score, they will shoot to the center. But I think this is a bit tricky. So unlike the normal, so I was a bit worried initially. What if they block one of my goals? Then all my good effort will all gone to waste. Fortunately, really we managed to secure the win through the penalty, and I'm really happy. We should gonna end really soon with one of the penalty. Yes, this is the one, and really thank you so much, number 23. So that ends this very tough match, must say, against Manchester United. I thought this was tough, but until we hit Spurs, it's a totally different story. Alright, so I managed to get it through earlier with a lower OVR, but I'm preparing to fight 1-2-0 OVR Spurs. I'm going to choose the best formation. I thought with the players I have, we should be using a 4-3-3 holding. That will put everybody in the correct positions that will achieve the highest OVR possible. So, but unfortunately, the current players that we have from the market is very low in OVR, between 85 to 89. Definitely, we need to be it leveling up the current skill boost that suited the current Chelsea team, and I'll go ahead to do whatever I could, and this includes training using high value players. So I managed to up them to 90 OVR. You can see there. I even sacrificed my Mokili for him. Alright, so eventually cut the long story short. This is the team after increasing and training. It's 114, 148 chemistry. Wish me luck. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.